welcome to the War Rogers channel. Thank you for watching. Alright, let's go and spectate the Incredible Machamp Tournament hosted by Red Ears, Blue Breath vs Wallpayer. And before we spectate this match, I want to give a quick shout out to Start Ears. Thank you so much for the GUI. If you all need a new GUI, I would encourage you to PM Start Ear. And even though she won't ask you for something, just give it to her. You know, she does top quality work, and you know, I think she truly deserves payment for this, which is why I gave her a Vandy item I don't use that much. It was a bike helmet, Vanity. So yeah, I gave her something, and you know, I encourage you to give her something if she makes a GUI or mod for you. Like I said, she won't ask for anything. Just give her something. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we're going to start off with the first turn. Both Arcanine and Tauros has intimidated each other, so that means both Arcanine and Tauros are at -1 attack. Alright, so I'm going to assume that the Tauros is going to switch, or yeah, Arcanine's going to switch, but I think Tauros is going to switch too. Or not. Alright. What is going to happen during this battle? Tauros is going to switch into Magnemite. Or, sorry, Magneton, sorry. Sorry about that. I have a gnat flying around here. Oh, eh. If it's too much of a nuisance, I'll just, I'll kill it while you all are spectating this match. But, meanwhile, leftover recovery. Alright, there's a Thunderbolt. Skyrim has fainted. Due to the Magnet Pulse, Skyrim could not escape. Alright, so Wallpayer, who's he going to bring in? He's going to bring in Snorlax. Alright. Snorlax. There's the metal sound. Let's see what Snorlax is going to do. Snorlax is going to do a substitute. Nice. I'm assuming that Magneton's going to do a Thunderbolt, and then... Oh! Magneton's going to do a substitute too. Oh, nice! Blue Breath has predicted the Fire Blast. That's a nice one. So I assume that Magneton... I don't think that Magneton is going to stay around. Well, I mean, it could, but, you know. What is Snorlax going to do? Well, the substitute is broken, and Snorlax is going to use a Fire Blast, which is going to prove fatal for Magneton. Alright. Who's going to be next? Gyarados. Nice. With the Intimidate, which is going to make Snorlax -1 attack. Now I'm going to predict that Snorlax is going to switch into something that can wall off Gyarados. Well, Snorlax can wall off, but you know, it's just -1 attack, so it won't hit as hard. Alright, Snorlax is going to switch into Gyarados. Wallpayer is going to Intimidate with his Gyarados, while Blue Breath is going to do something. The Waterfall. Not very effective, but it still did a decent amount of damage. I said decent amount of damage. I So sorry about that. I forgot to pronounce the T on that. Alright, so Gyarados is going to switch into Tauros. Tauros is going to Intimidate. Wall pairs Gyarados. Man, there's a lot of Intimidates going out there. Alright, so attack is neutral now, and speed is up +1. Alright. What is Tauros going to do? Tauros can do a return, or double edge, or can predict the Arcanine, which, you know, is going to intimidate Tauros, which is going to be -1. Tauros is going to go immediately for the double edge without any hesitation. I assume that Tauros is going to switch because of the -1 attack, or stay around. That's an interesting thing. Alright, so Arcanine is going to go immediately for the Toxic, predicting a possible switch. That does not happen. Now, Arcanine's going to probably switch into Gyarados. Oh, well, maybe not Gyarados. I was thinking Gyarados because of the double Intimidate. But wow, look at how much that double edge did to that to that Metagross. That was a crit. And Metagross has a decent amount of defense, so you know that's a pretty hard-hitting Tauros, even with -1 attack. So Metagross is going to do an agility. Alright. And I assume that Gyarados can't intimidate Metagross. Sorry, I assume that the Gyarados can intimidate Metagross because of the ability known as Clear Body. Ooh, Heracross. Metagross has 1 agility up, so I'm assuming that Heracross is probably faster. I don't know. Oh, nice! Low kick! Alright, Metagross is down. I assume that Arcanine's going to come in and scare off Heracross. Yeah, I'm thinking Arcanine's going to come in. Alright, Arcanine's going to come in. The Intimidate is going to lower down the attack. The attack stat has fell. Alright. Sorry, has fallen. Sorry about that. Alright, Arcanine's going to do an Extreme Speed, which is going to prove fatal for Heracross. I'm going to assume that Gyarados is going to come in next. Or some mystery Pokemon that we don't know yet. Oh, Feraligatr. So I wonder what this Feraligatr is going to do. Well, let's see. Feraligatr, is it the Feraligatr that TJ had, which was a Block Dragon Dance. I'm trying to remember from my last footage. Block, Dragon Dance, Waterfall, and Rest. I wonder if this Feraligatr. Well, we know it has Dragon Dance. I predicted this. The people are going to start running that Feraligatr. I was right. People are already starting to figure out what TJ ran during that match. Alright. A second Dragon Dance, which is going to increase the attack and speed. Gyarados is going to try to crunch. Alright. I'm assuming that there's going to be another Dragon Dance, maybe? Maybe not? Oh, a third Dragon Dance. Alright, this must be interesting. Alright. Oh, nice! +4! Wow! +4 attack. So now Feraligatr can just it can do a I wonder if it has a either a double edge or return. I wonder what Gyarados is going to do. I mean, Gyarados is staring at a +4 Feraligatr. So yeah. Alright, Gyarados is going to switch into Arcanine, which Arcanine is going to make Feraligatr +3 again. Well, not again, but that's still a lot. +3 attack, and +3 speed. Alright, extreme speed. Oh, Flail! Nice! That hit really hard. Alright, so Gyarados is probably going to come in with the Intimidate. So that way Feraligatr can be +2 instead of +3. I mean, that's I knew he had some sort of impact move. Alright. The attack fell. So far what we know about this Feraligatr is it has Flail and Dragon Dance and Waterfall. Alright, so Gyarados fainted even with a +2 attack. Wow. So I assume that Feraligatr is going to do a Waterfall with its +2 attack. I don't know. Maybe. There's the Waterfall. Snorlax is going to do a Body Slam, and it's going to cancel out Feraligatr entirely. But Wallpair is now in a kind of in a risky position. I mean, Snorlax is in the red, and it doesn't look good for him. Alright, so Gyarados is going to finish off Snorlax, and we'll get to find out what the last Pokemon Wallpair was trying to hide from us. Ooh, a Jolteon. Jolteon's going to do a Thunderbolt, which is going to prove fatal for Gyarados. Alright, what is the last Pokemon for Blue Breath? Linoon. That's an interesting one. Alright, so what is Jolteon going to do? Well, I assume that Jolteon's going to do a Thunderbolt for stab. Or Jolteon can do a substitute. I don't know. I'm thinking more on the lines of a Thunderbolt. Alright. Well, I think Blue Breath is taking a little bit of some time, kind of thinking about what move he wants to do. Let's go ahead and get a little head start here. Let's go ahead and look at the base speed of Linoon and the base speed of Jolteon. Alright, so extreme speed. Speed is 100 on Linoon. Ooh, Swagger. Alright. 100 on Linoon. And 130 on Jolt. So that's going to... It's going to... well, that didn't matter ultimately because Linoon had the extreme speed. And Swagger did not work for Jolteon, even though that was kind of clever for Wallpair. Blue Breath was able to do 2 extreme speeds, with which proved fatal against Wallpair's Jolteon. Alright. Now, We're gonna wait for the finals match, which is going to be Blue Breath vs whoever wins this match. So we'll be right back, folks. Please stay tuned. Alright, first turn, Blue Breath vs Seabat. Blue Breath is going to start off with a Feraligatr, and Seabat is going to start off with Heracross. Alright. I'm going to assume that Feraligatr... I'm not too sure if Feraligatr is going to switch or not. It's likely, but I don't know. I think Feraligatr is going to switch into something that can handle Heracross. Or something that can tank a Megahorn. Unless Blue Breath thinks that Feraligatr can wall off a Megahorn. Alright, so Feraligatr is going to switch into Vaporeon. There's the Megahorn. Left over is Recovery. Alright. Heracross is going to switch into Starmie. Vaporeon's going to use a Wish here. I think Vaporeon's gonna do a Protect. Either a Protect or Vaporeon's gonna switch into something. Vaporeon is going to do a Protect, and the wish has come true. Now, I don't know what Heracross can do with Vaporeon, but I assume that there's probably a good reason why Seabat switched his Heracross in the Vaporeon. I'm going to assume that Heracross might do a Swords Dance, or yeah, there's a Megahorn. I thought Vaporeon was going to switch, being a little bit scared. I guess Vaporeon's not that scared. Oh, nice. But I noticed that Heracross is not recovering health here. Maybe Heracross has a berry on it, and it's trying to lower down its health, so that way, so you can get that Salic boost. Vaporeon's going to do a Protect. Starmie could do a Thunderbolt here. There we go. Now Rhydon is probably going to switch into Vaporeon, predicting a Surf because of the Water Absorb. Now if Seabat wants to be one step ahead of the game, he could just do a Thunderbolt, predicting the Vaporeon switch in. But if Blue Breath is going to do an advanced switch, or not an advanced switch, sorry, an advanced prediction, then what Rhydon could do is actually do a move expecting a Thunderbolt. Alright, so Starmie is in. Alright. Starmie could have Thunderbolt here. and most of my low ticks are usually bold. So, yeah. I don't think this Thunderbolt is going to be taken very well by my low tick. I wonder. Oh. I guess it is a calm Milotic. Now Starmie... Ooh. Oh, nice. Starmie just dodged that Toxic. I'm going to assume that Starmie is going to keep spamming Thunderbolt. Which Seabat, if he wants to be one step ahead of the game, I think he needs a switch. There is no way that Starmie is going to switch out anytime soon. Or Milotic can try to land a Toxic, but here's the problem with that. Starmie has a neat ability called Natural Cure, which means if you make it poisoned or paralyzed or burned, that means if Starmie switches out, that status is gone. So, yeah. Oh, there's Dusclops. I'm going to assume that Starmie is going to do alright, Starmie is going to switch into Blaziken, predicting a Will-O-Wisp. But there's a Nightshade. I thought Starmie would do something like staying in on the Will-O-Wisp for the Natural Cure ability to kick in. Alright, so Arcanine is going to intimidate the Blaziken. I'm not too sure if it'll really matter or not. There's a Thunder Punch, which now has a -1 attack. Now, what can Arcanine do in this situation? Well, Blaziken's going to switch into Starmie, so Arcanine is going to do a Toxic. Now, Arcanine needs a switch. Probably switch into Milotic. Now, Starmie should do a Thunderbolt. Or Surf. I'm going to also predict the Pain Split here. Unless Blue Breath switches from Starmie to Blaziken. Alright, Starmie is going to switch into Rhydon. I'm going to also predict that Rhydon's going to do a substitute, predicting a Will-O-Wisp. Or a switch. And Dusclops is not going to take out the sub, meaning that Rhydon can set up here. Alright, +2 attack so far. There's the Nightshade. Alright. Now, let's see. Let me just make sure my mic's a little closer to my mouth here. So Rhydon is trying to do a substitute there. I'm going to assume a Rock Blast. I mean, this Rhydon now has +2 attack with the Sword Stance, so, you know, Rock Blast should hurt. If it makes contact. And also, if you look at the weaknesses, Electric, Ice, and Rock, that means that Aerodactyl could faint if hit by a Rock Blast. Yep, Aerodactyl's done. Alright. And Leftovers is going to recover, which means Rhydon has another day to do a substitute. And I think Heracross is a little faster than Rhydon, so yeah. Is Rhydon going to switch? Kind of hard to tell, but I don't think so. I think Rhydon is going to sack because Heracross could do something like a low kick and, you know, and affect some other party member. Alright, so Rhydon is going to make the switch. And the Mega Horn did affect another party member. I guess Blue Breath kind of wanted to keep Rhydon alive for some reason. I think it was specifically for the Dusclops. Alright, so Blaziken is going to come in, and Heracross, I think Heracross is going to switch into Arcanine with the Intimidate. Or switch into a Starmie, but Blaziken could do a Thunder Punch, so Seabat needs to be one step ahead of that and go directly into Arcanine. Alright. Heracross is going to switch into Arcanine, which is going to intimidate the attack. And there's a Sword Stance, which is going to make Blaziken +1 attack instead of +2 because of the Intimidate. Alright, so +1 attack. That means that Blaziken kind of made up for that Intimidated stat. Now, what can Blaziken do? Well, Blaziken, I'm not too sure if this Blaziken has Earthquake on it. Actually, let's see, can Blaziken have Earthquake? Blaziken moves. We're gonna look at that. Yes, Blaziken can learn Earthquake. So if this Blaziken has Earthquake, then it can hit that Arcanine. If it has Thunder Punch, then it can predict either Starmie or Milotic to come in. I don't think Dusclops is coming in anytime soon. So, you know, and I don't think that Starmie and Milotic really want to risk a Thunder Punch in the face. So I'm going to safely assume that Arcanine's going to stay put. However, there's a caveat. If Arcanine stays put, I'm going to predict that Arcanine is going to do a Toxic. Alright. I think Blue Breath is kind of thinking about what to do here. Well, alright, there's the extreme speed, which is going to be a critical hit, but there's another Swords Dance. Blaziken is going to... I think... Alright, Blaziken's going to be +3. I assume that it's fatal for Blaziken. Now, Blaziken is going to faint. Alright. What is the mystery Pokemon that Blue Breath is hiding? All we know about Blue Breath is that he has a Feraligatr and a Starmie, which I assume he's going to pull out either a Feraligatr or Starmie. I'm slightly leaning towards... Oh, Rhydon. Alright, no problem. Yeah. Alright, so... Rhydon, I think, is going to do a substitute. Ooh. And the Rock Blast, which is going to be super effective. Alright, Arcanine is probably going to do another Flamethrower, and it's going to probably prove fatal against Rhydon. Alright, Rhydon's going to switch into Starmie, which Arcanine's going to do a Flamethrower. Now, if Blue Breath wants to be ahead of the game here, I think what he should do is a Thunderbolt, predicting either a Starmie or a Milotic to come in because of the Surf. Although... Oh. He's going to keep switching and stuff. So, he did scare out Arcanine, and Dusclops is now back in the ring. Now, I think this Rhydon's probably going to do another Rock Blast here. Or an Earthquake. There you go. Actually, Nightshade. Alright. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought Dusclops... I guess Dusclops doesn't have Levitate. I thought it had Levitate, but I guess I was wrong on that. Alright. So... Aha! There's the last Pokemon Blue Breath was trying to hide. Charizard. What is Charizard gonna do? I think Charizard's gonna do a substitute here. Or, oh, I haven't seen a Belly Drum Charizard in a long time. Alright, what is Dusclops gonna do with this information? Dusclops is gonna try to Nightshade. Yeah. Charizard is now in a position to sweep. Alright, so Dusclops is probably going to switch into Arcanine just to lower down the attack stat. Or Milotic. Which Charizard in turn is going to do an Earthquake, which is going to prove fatal. Alright. And Seabat's trying to find something a little faster than Charizard, which Starmie does fit the bill for that. And I think that Starmie is going to kill Charizard. There we go. So far it doesn't look so good for Blue Breath, but it looks really good for Seabat. Alright, so Feraligatr's gonna come in. Ooh, critical. Whoa! That did a lot of damage. Alright. I'm sorry to say this to Blue Breath, but yeah, you lost. Alright. Seabat has defeated Blue Breath. GG. Congratulations, Seabat. And before I go, I want to say again that Seabat, or sorry, not Seabat, sorry, Stardier has made a really nice GUI for me, and I think you saw it during the battle. And if you need a new GUI, all you have to do is just PM her. And she's not going to ask you for anything, but, you know, I'm going to recommend for you to give something to her, because, you know, she goes over and beyond for these GUIs and for the signatures. So yeah, I thank her so much, and yeah, and I'll have the link in the description below. Anyways, this is the Roy Rogers News Channel. Don't forget to comment or subscribe to our channel, like or dislike the content that you see here. And this is the Roy Rogers News Channel signing off. Fast, accurate, unbiased, Roy Rogers News. And this time I won't be hitting a sign whenever I sign off. Anyways, this is Roy Rogers News Channel signing off. Oh, fast, accurate, unbiased, Roy Rogers News.